live from your soul, live from unconditional love. That's where all of the power is. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk today about remaining faithful and trusting and staying loyal to your end with your mirror soul specific person, true love. And also, for that matter, remaining loyal to anything that deep down in your heart and soul you really desire. The desire isn't just there just to make you suffer. It's not there to say, here, I'm gonna make you want this. I'm gonna make you want to be healthy, want to be wealthy, successful, to be able to write beautiful books, to be able to paint beautiful art, write music, sing, dance, help people, save people, all of this stuff. You're not given your desires by accident, and exactly how you are. Everything about yourself is perfect. And it all is part of your soul purpose. You are a masterpiece, and your desires are part of your gifts and part of your purpose living this life. So today's video is just going to be a reminder to inspire you not to give up on what you want deep down in your heart and soul, but to stop seeking for evidence outside of you to prove to you whether you are worthy, whether you're deserving, whether you can have or not have something. There are a couple things that a couple of my clients shared with me over the past week that I'm going to use as examples of when our fears are trying to hold us back from having what we deserve to have. And this will be around specific person because they come at you. And when they do, it's your job to not listen to them. And if you're not triggered, then you really want to get very strong to it. If you are triggered in a way that you're sad and your body is feeling all these emotions, then you want to honor yourself and not reject yourself. You just want to give yourself love in the moment and cry and get the anger out and get the sadness out, but not in blaming yourself or blaming your person. And then after you've gotten the emotions out, because you were in your lower levels of consciousness, it's really important to make sure that you surrender to the God within. God isn't separate from you. You're not separate from God. But in those moments, you have separated yourself, not intentionally. So it's not your fault, but you are forgetting. You've got amnesia. You don't remember what life is. You don't remember who you are in your life. Okay. So before I get further into this, if you love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your SP or anything else in your life that you're wishing to transform, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Book your session or package on my website, coreunion.com. Then Olga, my scheduling assistant, will get back to you with my next available session. So one of my clients has been progressing in all areas of her life, and she's doing amazing. Her and her mirror soul have gone through some challenges, and she has seen a ton of evidence. Sometimes she'll still get stuck in her fears if the things that she wants to hear him say aren't necessarily being said, but the action is there. The time together is there. The communication is there. It's just sometimes she's not hearing the exact words that she wants to hear from him. Sometimes this can be a point where people really get frustrated because they've come so far and then they start to get impatient. But this is the time where you actually want to dig your heels in and double down, triple down. She slept over his house and she could hear that he got up very early, and she could sense that he went downstairs and I think he was watching TV or something. She was in and out of sleep. and her dream turned into a nightmare. And she said that it felt very real, that she got out of bed. It's like she could sense or feel that there was another woman there. And that when she got up out of bed, even though she was still sleeping, it felt very real. She looked over something and she said she looked down and she could see him making love or kissing another woman. So it really got her and it really frazzled her a lot. Later on, she told him about it. And then I don't know exactly what happened, but then she started to snap at him a lot. And he stepped back and he said, "Is this because of the dream that you had? Is this because of the nightmare you had?" And she realized it was, and she apologized. There's a little bit of a story around men being inconsistent, not dependable, and an abandonment story of not being a priority because of her father. So this has nothing to do with her mirror soul. And this used to come up, not this exact thing, but things like this used to come up all the time. So she's doing remarkably well. There's massive evidence that she's transformed and shifted, not only in the actual 3D with her person, because if you were to compare her now with how things were several months ago, it's a world of difference. But, and she even said that he's even being more vulnerable because she's being more vulnerable. He's being more vulnerable, opening up more, expressing himself in a more loving way than he ever has before. I did suggest with her, not that she has to, and I'm suggesting this for anybody who you've maintained yourself, you've evolved, you've come a long way, but there's still, you keep still having that little bit of doubt come up, but it's enough that it's causing a lot of stress. You can do EMDR therapy, you can do self-guided EMDR therapy, which I shared uh, a couple of weeks ago because one of my other clients who's had a lot of success with her manifestations in her life in all areas, including her mirror soul, she did do EMDR therapy and it was a game changer for her. So she's going to try that now because she can see there's so much evidence that when she moves, her mirror soul moves. When she shifts and changes and she's loving herself and appreciating herself deeply, and when she's not constantly seeking outside of her for evidence, the movement with her person is phenomenal. So again, your mirror soul, and of course, this is not for every collective, but we're talking about a particular collective where you guys are back together now, and it is obvious that it's unfolding. Your mirror soul is going to be as open with you as you are with them. So if you're still reserved, they're probably going to still be reserved. If you're worried and afraid and fearful that something's going to happen, they're probably feeling the same. Okay. And then that's how we end up creating separation as if separation was true. Separation is the grand illusion. You're never actually separated from your true love, your mirror soul. That reminded me of something else. Another client had emailed me frustrated, saying, "How do I stop waking up feeling anxious and edgy, checking my phone to see if they've texted yet?" If you're living from the end, being together, living together, being a couple, then when you wake up, you're waking up with them next to you in bed energetically. You're going in and doing your inner work. You're tapping in a powerful way, not only affirming for them, you're tapping in around your power, around your strength, around your unconditional love for yourself, security, finances, health, opportunities. That's how you stop waking up anxious. Why haven't they called or texted me? You you set your mind in the morning and you keep it set. You suspend logic at all costs. Your intellect is not what's manifesting. You actually want to suspend those things and go within and live from your soul, live from unconditional love. That's where all of the power is. So when your fears keep trying to challenge you, you're just like, F that, and you double down. And they come at you, no, and you triple down. You do whatever you have to do. Don't let your demons break you. Don't let the fears and the limiting beliefs and the doubts steal what you deserve. Again, I'm not saying that you stuff down and reject your emotions, but when the that scene in the Matrix when Neo realizes he's the one, he realizes finally what the Matrix is, and all of the bullets are coming at him, and he's super calm and he's just like, no. And then all of the bullets stop and they just fall. When you're not triggered, but all of your fears are like trying to come at you and descend, and they're trying to get you and break you. When you continue to face them and tell them absolutely not, this is who I am, this is the life that I have, this is who I love, this is our relationship, this is the money that I have, this is my health. Eventually, all of your fears, any adversary will become a friend. No matter whether it's 1 or 1 million people will help you. All the cooperative, I think that's what Neville Goddard said. I don't really remember. All the cooperative components that need to happen are happening, and it's happening instantly. The last thing I wanted to talk about was another client so same thing. The unfolding is happening even when she's triggered. She still gets in her fears, but her and her Marisol are getting closer and closer and closer and closer. He's now retired from work. And all of these fears are coming up. They're spending more time together. And she's suddenly starting to get worried about different things around things with her dog, things with her home, things with this and that, and worrying that this is going to happen and that's going to happen, and just really picking apart all of these things. And it's really frustrating. It's scaring her. This is the same thing. This is just all of the fears are coming at you, trying to stop you. What had happened with her years ago, she ended up, she was very much in love with her Marisol, but she had this fear around love consuming her. She had a fear around losing her independence. She was talking about how growing up, she saw her father treat her mother a certain way, and it made her feel like relationships aren't safe. So it makes her feel suffocated. But she also, as equally as she's fearful of losing her independence, she also deeply craves and wants to be close. So she just has to tell herself and continue to tell herself that she's not going to lose her interests, her hobbies, her independence. She's not going to have to um, get permission from her person to be able to watch the things she wants to watch, to do the things she wants to do, to dive into her interests. She has to tell herself that it's safe to be in a relationship. Relationship is safe, commitment is safe, love is safe. It's liberating. Healthy love is harmonious and liberating. And it's not codependent. It's not like you guys can spend a ton of time together, and then you can decompress, and you go off and do your thing and they go off and do their thing, and you guys trust each other, and you are being the best versions of you. That is what a healthy relationship looks like. There was a post, one of those 3D dating psychology toxic posts, and it's like saying these things like, if they haven't responded to you in a couple hours, and it's very dramatic and blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, oh, I just hate this toxic stuff, because this is what a lot of you guys are falling for. And please don't watch these kinds of things or listen to these things. It's a really bad combination watching. When you're wanting to consciously manifest, meaning, again, like I said earlier, suspending your logic and your ego mind, when you're wanting to not logically, sorry, manifest a life with your specific person. And if you're also watching dating coaches, if you're also watching like reading up about attachment styles and this and that, I'm sorry, but it throws people off constantly. And it's those things that actually keep you from remaining in trust and keeping yourself from maintaining a state of living from the end with your person. But anyway, so I'm looking at this, and I looked down at the comments below, and I was so pleased. I was so happy to see that everybody who commented on this video was saying things like, nope, nope, some people are just taking a nap. And another person was like, not at all. Some people just aren't chained to their phones. Another one was like, nope, they could be doing yard work. They could be doing housework. They could be visiting with a friend. They could be just, and it was just on and on and on. And I was so happy to see that because there's so many videos around narcissists and avoidance. It's all of these things that end up putting seeds of doubt, planting seeds of doubt in their mind. And you want to keep your kingdom of heaven clear. You want to be a guard. You're going to be a gatekeeper and not allow that BS into your kingdom of heaven. Okay. Anyway, please do affirm down below that you have received this message. Tell me that you are 100% open to receive all of the riches and abundance and love that you know is in your heart and soul, especially with you and your mirror soul. And reach out to me if you need me. I hope that this video helped. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.